Hello and welcome to Roadside Republic, your daily dose of all the top political stories leading to elections 2014, where you get the pulse of what's really happening, the ground reports. I'm Tejas Mehta and I'm coming from the city of Mumbai, where the Maharashtra government has gone ahead and regularized thousands of slums as they stand accused of doing this with an eye on the elections. We'll debate this in greater detail in a short time now, but it's over to my colleague in Delhi, Rahul Srivastav.
Thanks, Tejas. February is almost ending in Delhi, and suddenly one finds that the three basic elements in air: spring, the ever-present pollution, and politics over elections. And for the last few days, the man dominating the political headlines in Delhi is Ramvilas Paswan of the Lok Janshakti Party, the man who has zero members of parliament in the outgoing 15th Lok Sabha. Still, Ramvilas Paswan has become a big player. Perhaps he may start a new trend in Indian politics as far as the coming elections are concerned. Primarily because in 2002 April, he had walked out of the NDA, accusing Narendra Modi, accusing the BJP, hurt over the Gujarat riots. But today, for the first time after 7 days of talks inside the closet, the LJP and the BJP walked out in the open. They made their courtship public. And in this process, perhaps what Ramvilas Paswan had said yesterday, that the LJP is looking for an alternative alliance, the BJP moved one step forward, and top BJP leaders, three of them from Bihar, who were ministers with Paswan in the Vajpayee cabinet, arrived at Mr. Paswan's house. After a 1 hour talk, they went and briefed Narendra Modi and Rajnath Singh. Soon, another vehicle from the BJP office moved to Mr. Paswan's house, carrying Chirag Paswan, the son of Mr. Paswan, for another meeting with the BJP. Broad contours of a tie-up are emerging, and what we are hearing, 7 seats for the LJP, 33 for the BJP in Bihar, joint campaign and several other elements. What is important here, that for the first time, BJP leaders and LJP leaders admitted that an alliance talk are on and almost a deal is sealed.
रामविलास पासवान जी हमारे बिहार प्रदेश से आते हैं, एक वरिष्ठ नेता हैं, बिहारी नहीं देश के। राजीव प्रताप रूढ़ी, शाहनवाज और हम तीनों उनके साथ अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी की सरकार में काम कर चुके हैं। आज हम आए थे उनसे बातचीत करने, अच्छी बातचीत हुई, मिठाई भी खाया, चाय भी पी। बाकी इसके बारे में आपको हम विस्तार से अलग से बताएंगे। धन्यवाद।
Amidst poll talk, what Ramvilas Paswan party really wants from the BJP is support. Support in Bihar, where the Congress and the RJD have virtually abandoned the party. Last time in 2009, Ramvilas Paswan's party got no seats, and this time he is trying to ride the popular Narendra Modi wave. In this poll season, Ramvilas Paswan's party is fighting with its back to the wall and asking the BJP for more seats, but the BJP is not relenting. Similarly, the BJP is looking forward to Ramvilas Paswan's re-entry to the NDA. It will improve the acceptability of Narendra Modi, because his rivals have always targeted that BJP may do well, but where will Narendra Modi get more allies? And that is why Ramvilas Paswan is extremely crucial. Chirag Paswan, who is the chairman of the parliamentary board of the LJP, spoke to journalists and today for the first time admitted that officially talks of an alliance are on. Though some leaders are saying, why not announce a tie-up today, that is tonight? Some leaders are saying, why not wait for a little while?
हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष के संबंध बहुत अच्छे रहे हैं अक्रॉस द पार्टी लाइंस, उनके हर पार्टियों में बहुत अच्छे मित्र रहे हैं। और जैसा अभी रविशंकर जी ने बोला भी कि एक ही मंत्रिमंडल में ये सारे इकट्ठे काम कर चुके हैं, हमारे पिताजी भी रहे हैं, रविशंकर जी भी रहे हैं, शाहनवाज जी भी रहे हैं, सब लोग इकट्ठे काम कर चुके हैं, तो ये पुराने व्यक्तिगत संबंध भी हैं। और बस कुछ नहीं, आज चाय पीने आए थे और मिठाई खाने आए थे। देखिए, अभी औपचारिक रूप से शुरुआत हुई है और ये सिर्फ एक अभी शुरुआत हुई है।
The BJP wants to be the early bird, both in terms of alliances and also in terms of its candidates for the Lok Sabha elections. There have been various committees who have been looking into what kind of candidates should be announced. And today is the first meeting of the BJP Central Election Committee. This is the top body of which Narendra Modi, L.K. Advani, Rajnath Singh, Sushma Swaraj, almost every top leader is a member. There are hundreds of BJP workers who are already here. There's a large gathering of journalists which are here, and party sources are telling us that tonight at least 40-odd seats might be decided. 40-odd seats means that out of the 540-odd the BJP intends to contest, BJP might be announcing a lot of them. What is one trying to find is that will some big names be figuring in the list eventually in the evening when the press conference is held? Will L.K. Advani's name be announced? Will Mr. Arun Jaitley's name be announced? One will have to wait and watch for that. Tejas, for the rest, it's over to you.
Thank you so much, Rahul. Well, you're back to here in... Thank you so much, Rahul. You're back here in Mumbai. And of course, it's a big day today because the Maharashtra government has gone ahead and regularized thousands of slums. Basically, the cutoff date earlier was 1st January 1995, and now it's become 2000. At least about 15 lakh slum dwellers will benefit by this. Many say it's a political move he has done, but let's see what he has to say, whether this was a political sop right before the elections. Let's hear the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Prithviraj Chauhan.
We have decided to amend the Slum Act to change the cutoff date from 1/1/95 to 1/1/2000. This is the clear intention of Congress Party in our manifesto in year 2004, in our manifesto in year 2009. We have even passed cabinet resolutions.
It's not a pre-poll stop because 15 lakh voters actually will benefit from this.
No, I don't think it is a pre-poll stop because this is a commitment which we could not fulfill in year 2004, in 2009.
And you don't fear any contempt in any sense?
No, we have taken legal advice.
Well, that was Prithviraj Chauhan clearly saying it is not really a sop. But let me talk to Medha Patkar, who is a candidate for Lok Sabha elections right from here itself. Ma'am, you come from a party of ethics. You have been, your campaign and your fight for the rights of slum dwellers has been one of that of ethics itself. But do you agree with the Maharashtra government's decision to, regularize slums, at lakhs of them, so that it could benefit them in the elections?
They have just taken a cabinet decision and a resolution has been passed. Whether they would pass a notification or bring it before the assembly is yet to be decided.
Tomorrow.
If they do it, whether the opposition parties would vote for it is yet to be seen. But point is, it is a political gimmick. Because we know that as Ghar Bachao Ghar Banao Andolan, for last 10 and more years we have been fighting this battle. And they have been using this gimmick in 2003, in 2009, and this is the third election they want to fight on this issue. I really feel ashamed of the so-called progressive government of Congress, Rashtrabadi, and also the opposition who never discussed this issue. And on the floor of the assembly, when Krupa Shankar Singh made the promise, when Prabha Rao said it was only a printing mistake in the manifesto for the 2003 election, we raised this issue. We went before the Sonia Gandhi and hundreds of women stood there and there was no reply. Now they are saying they would bring Rajiv Awas Yojana. Mind you, on the 4th June 2009, it was the president, the former president Pratibha Tai, who announced that 2009 would be the cutoff date. Why are they going back to 2000?
So would you oppose it in principle?
We would not oppose any change of cutoff date, but they are not going to implement it. Immediately after the election, they are going to forget it. Right. And in the SRA, which is with the cutoff date of 1995, there is so much of corruption, Prithviraj Chauhan included. They have not yet taken action on most of the cases. Although he is not with the builders as the other ministers are, I think the basic policy is flawed. We have given them a plan. We want Rajiv Awas Yojana.
Let me get the Congress
but
right away.
It has to be wholesome slum approach. As the central ministries have said, they are cheating the people.
Yeah, we just now in Hanuman Nagar in Vikhroli in northeast Mumbai, and you are seeing all these AAP workers with brooms and their topis here because this is part of their campaign really. But let me go straight away to Sanjay Jha. Let's get to the point, Sanjay. The Bombay High Court had said, and let me quote there, and my question is going to be from that court itself. They had really, gone ahead and asked the question. The state has a constitutional duty to protect all the citizens and cannot wear the mantle of Robinhood by depriving the taxpayer of his right by protecting and rewarding lawbreakers. Sanjay Jha, has the Congress party become a party of Robin Hoods now?
Absolutely not, and I completely and vehemently deny that. With due respects to Medha Patkar ji, I want to reiterate a point here which I think I heard the Chief Minister's statement, Mr. Prithviraj Chavan's statement on your channel, where he talked about the fact that the decision to alter the cutoff date to the year 2000 and to ensure that, we will try and rehabilitate people who are living in slums in Mumbai. And, Tejas, you are aware of it, that
Sanjay,
almost over 50 to 55% of the people in Mumbai are living in slums. And it is the government's responsibility to try and give them a rehabilitation and to resettle them.
Sanjay, Medha Patkar has been fighting for, slum dwellers for many, many years now, and she herself says she does not agree to changing the cutoff date because the Maharashtra government had promised the courts had said 1/1/95 is the final date. Let me get Bhagwan.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You agreed
I said that the whole slum approach, there cannot be cut-off date only for the poor.
Correct.
While the rich people are coming into the commercial towers on the land of the slums, and that they should recognize. Their own party had announced 2009. Now they are going back to 2000.
Let me get Sanjay, Mr. Bharat Kumar Raut from the Shiv Sena. Mr. Raut, because given the fact that in the past it was the Shiv Sena government along with the BJP which had regularized from 1985 to 1995, would your party really support this, or you would be upset given the fact that you have been leading a campaign against outsiders or people who don't pay taxes, saying they're a burden on the city? So how would you really view this move by the Maharashtra government?
Let me first at the outset mention to you that I had already told that I will not be sitting here as Shiv Sena MP because my term is ending. I am sitting here as a citizen of this city and also a very close ringside watcher of what is happening in the city. I clearly see this as an election gimmick, nothing more, nothing less than that. Because last time the slums were regularized was in 1995 when Shiv Sena BJP government was in power. That time there was hue and cry from Congress and its allies at that time. But I don't know what happened now. From 95 now we are sitting in 2014. So many years have passed and now we are regularizing at 2000.
But sir, you do it when you do it, it is fine.
Let me
when
complete.
The Congress does it, it's wrong. How can that be? Double standards.
I think I have the right to complete my sentence.
Sure.
So now this promise, as Medha ji has already mentioned, this promise was given in 2004. This promise was given in 2009, and even after 9, again now we are sitting in 14. At the fag end of the term of the government, you are coming with this. It means you are offering a soap. This is an election soap. Nothing more than that. Having said that, let me tell you, if law-abiding citizens of Mumbai, they are being evacuated from their residences, and those who have been living illegally in the city, if they are being regularized, then what does that mean? Another thing, now from 2000 to 2014, these hurts, these slums are
sir, just hold on, hold your thoughts, sir. Hold your thoughts. Sanjay Jha wants to respond. Sanjay, come in here.
Tejas, the point, I think I'll agree with Medha Patkar ji on one point that she made. While a lot of the discussion happens on the illegal, slums that need to be authorized, it's something that was there in our manifesto. So I think what we are doing is what we had promised the people. It was there in the public domain. She's made a very pertinent point of the illegal constructions that happen in the very affluent societies, residential societies in Mumbai city. I can tell you for a fact that, today there are large sections of very prominent builders who have violated norms. So she's correct in that sense. So this is not just about, an illegal slums that have now got to be authorized and made legal, but this is a social issue. Don't forget that people who come to Mumbai don't come here leaving Uttar Pradesh and Bihar for a walk in the park. Right. They come here, they are part of the informal economy, they contribute to many services that actually make the cosmopolitan city of Mumbai what it is. So the government has an obligation to try and provide them as part of the slum rehabilitation program. So this is a social issue. I do agree with you that these are things that political parties need to act in much quicker.
But they also need to keep to its word, and they have not, and that Mr. Bhagwanji Rayani will tell us, because he's one of the petitioners in the case. Mr. Rayani, tell us, on 13th of March 2001, the Vilas Rao government, they filed an affidavit in the Bombay High Court. What did they exactly tell the court?
No, even thereafter also, they had filed another affidavit also in the same year.
Say? Yes.
And
what
promised
did they say on
to the
13th
court
of March? What did they say?
that they will come out with the, they say we will not extend the cutoff date beyond 1/1/95. And the second affidavit also in the same year, they reiterated that, and thereafter in 2002, they issued a gazette notification that the 1/1/95, the cutoff date remains as it is. So, in my view, whatever Medhaji has said, the other gentleman has said.
Yes, let's get Devyani Jaikar, who is a resident of Campacola compound. And ma'am, what do you feel today, given the fact that your colony is many of the floors are going to be demolished? That's what the Supreme Court has said. And you didn't find this sort of support initially, but now the Maharashtra government regularizes slums. Do you feel cheated in a sense?
We just heard the Chief Minister talking about a commitment. Now, I would like to ask everybody whether an IOD, which has been stamped and approved by the BMC, is a commitment or not. I have an IOD which shows that we have 1,86,000 square feet, which has already been approved in 1983. Now, why, out of that 1,86,000 square feet, do they want to demolish 67,000 square feet? And we are not squatters, we are not on agricultural land, we are not on forest land. We have purchase agreements which have been stamped.
Right, right.
Then why do they want to break 67,000 square feet? Who is it going to benefit?
Mirath, I respond to her because you are upset that politicians were supporting the Campacola, compound, the residents there. So why shouldn't the law be equal for all in that sense?
No, we are with the Campacola residents because there the builders and the responsible bureaucrats are not punished and only the residents are punished. But let me tell you that the slum dwellers are not non-taxpayers. They are paying tax on every single thing. Rather, the shopkeepers are now are compelled to pay the LBT, that is what is the policy. While the Ambanis and the Adanis are given the tax soaps. In 8 years, this country has witnessed that 30 lakh crores worth tax concessions are given to the large corporates. So don't think they are encroachers. They are contributors. They are building the buildings. They are working as domestic servants. They are the construction workers. They have every right to sleep with their children every night. So they are also to be taken consideration into, and the development planning excludes them while inclusive growth is talked about. And in the Supreme Court, we are the interveners.
Right, you are.
The Maharashtra government has not pushed that case all these years, 5 years, and now they are again up with the public, promising them. This is cheating. This is
Sanjay, she has a point here. The Maharashtra government has done nothing. But another important point, demolitions perhaps are not the way out, and therefore a fair system has to be in place. And perhaps regularization is certainly not in the sense that what we are seeing today, especially moving ahead the cutoff dates.
Well, Tejas, let me tell you that the Maharashtra government actually moved the Supreme Court to review the Bombay High Court judgment. Now, it's the Supreme Court which is going to take a call. So I don't agree with Medha Patkarji to say that the Maharashtra government is not doing something about it. In fact, she will agree with me that if there's anybody who's really taken a very, very bold step to ensure that the real estate sector, which had come under a very dark cloud in Mumbai, who's taken steps against corruption, it has really been the Chief Minister, Mr. Prithviraj Chavan. Now, I think the crucial issue here is that, let us not attribute anything to timing. You have an election commitment. This was a manifesto promise. This was in the public domain. This has been socially debated. It is a challenge, and I agree with Medha Patkarji completely, that the people who live in Mumbai in slums are people who are as much a part of the city as the rest of us who live in a more, occupied and who are not in a ghetto culture. So I think we need to incorporate and assimilate our society. The government's obligation is to provide low-cost housing, and we have to do that. But as you witnessed, Tejas, you were there in Mumbai.
I am completely out of time here.
So there are serious issues.
Yeah, I am completely out of time here.
It's the BMC which owns the land much more than the government.
Sanjay, I'm completely out of time here. We can continue this discussion because it's a very important one. Everybody has equal right over land, but the question is the rule of the land really being followed? That's all we have on Roadside Republic today. We'll be back with more tomorrow. Thanks and goodbye.